Okay, welcome back. What? 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 What?
Let's go.
Did this bitch really say I have infinite ammo? I do.
Huh?
I have infinite ammo in this cube gun.
Huh?
Get in here. I have infinite ammo for this cube gun, bitch. From the labyrinth.
That might be a little overpowered.
Well.
Cool. So, yeah, maybe I should get that done.
I've never seen anything like this before.
You literally saw it in the other map. What are you talking about? That one bitch came over and, like, fucking attacked them. Hi.
Ow.
What are you... Reloading! Oh my god, you shot it! What is wrong with you?
It fucking attacked me.
No, you fucking, like, stood there while it like, ran.
Is that a primary or a secondary?
Secondary.
Yes! I wish it was one. Oh, hi.
Let's get it. Rescue Southie.
I may have to.
Oh, well, there's so many of them. Fuck off. Darn shame. Not that one. Ow. Oh, well, there's so many. Fuck off. So I don't even need to pick up ammo anymore for the fucking last guy. Bitch. Well, if you need ammo, there's some ammo there. Oh, I picked it up already. Just go across. I guess so. Ow! Fuck off! Oh, out! Oh shit.
Great. More bad news.
Hello. Puzzle deck. Hello. Hello. Nice, Archie. Fucking bitch up. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you would have lasted
got enough
a
of
little
that.
bit longer than that, but that's fine.
Is this strong?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good damage.
And I wasted money and didn't necessarily upgrade.
Oh my god, get out of the way. Hi. What are you doing here?
That's it.
Something trying to kill me.
Nice, Archie. Nice, Archie. Fuck a bitch up. Nice, Archie. Nice. Fuck them bitch. What the hell? Bitch, fuck you! Fuck you! Nice,
Damn. Is it over? I'm out.
fine. Anything fun over there?
I didn't fully check this out.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, this just brings us back in the loop. Something fell. Oh, wait, no, I think that's the one we're shooting. Birds, get out of my way!
Oh my god.
What?
Checkpoint
What?
scared me.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
I just keep increasing my endurance and my health. And then every now and then revivalist.
It is here. Wait! Scavenger. Bulber.
Damn.
Huh.
That could be useful. As much as I need the money.
Page to find over here.
See.
Let's do it!
Oh, it's another. It's the same place. Although a lot less.
Same place.
Never mind, it's not what I thought it was.
Okay. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Don't shoot.
I'm like, you're the one that was shooting things before. What are you talking about? You worried about me? Hello? Are you like one of the those bitches in
Forces.
no God of War?
Oh.
The ones that tell the future, whatever they're called.
I want to think of the Greek ones, the Fates.
Fates. It's right here.
Okay.
Blade and spear, shield and stone. To arms, they come
Like that, yeah.
alive. Would that I were not doomed to watch the world wander past in rot. But what wanders past today? A Paxotech. A terrible wonder, even for one who has seen many wonders. If its kind walk yesh a foreigner, then surely the wheel of the world is set to turn again. Perhaps it will grind me at last. Pain now outweighs peace in the measure of my days. God murderer. Know it nothing of the hoofless who have voyaged before it? Is it innocent of the lifeblood that stains its hairless hands? Curious. A curious race, Paxotech, to be sure. How came I to this wretched state? Its eyes reached the question. Before its tongue left home or hearth, the tumbling ruin beneath its tender pads was once a fortification, an encircling bulwark to the greatest conurbation ever brought forth on Yesha's soil. Such faith we put in its solidity. Merchant and marshal, peasant and prince, their souls kneeled at the altar of within and without. But a wall is a false god, built to crumble. The only thing a wall ever truly divides is a fool from his wisdom. The rifts open swiftly. They split the bulwark stone as a hot needle kisses the onion skin of a boil, and the pus poured through. on tangled wooden limbs. Yes, the final calamity. Their numbers endless. They rushed upon us like a river in flood. The end began. Teeming with life. The sun has never shone on a city greater, ruined, so that I might not even visit it in dreams, charnel by the root. For 40 days, we fought them on these steps. The soldiers fell first, then the officers. Then they called upon the priests. We knew the children would be next. And so, we flung our very bodies into the breach. Some were torn apart like green shoots in a glutton's teeth. Others were swallowed whole and vanished from the sphere. I stuck, anguished cork in a malign bottle. It seethes around me. It waits to disgorge its grotesqueries once more upon Yesha's scalded skin. Please, Paxotep, wanderer, it who would do right, put its edge to this cursed snarl. Vent its rage upon it. I shall greet death as an old friend, and we shall go hand in hand to the horizon, leaving the suffering of this blasted heath far behind. Destroy the knot.
Ready?
Sure. Is a lot.
You can see where I went down.
Yeah, I didn't even see you go down. There's so many of them.
Okay, well, we're starting.
Whoa, I'm in the air! Ow! damn it. Ah! Archie!
Thanks for that.
Archie?
Thanks.
Oh, never mind.
Whoa. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I revived your dog.
Oh. Woo, woo.
Fuck this.
Oh my god. What the fuck do we do? Oh my god.
Eyes up. Might not be over.
I.
Fight with us, man.
Come on, pal, shake it off.
I gave myself to death lifetimes ago. And when death refused me, I clung to despair. I dared not dream. I dared not. Paxaltag. I have not tasted air unmixed with the foul humors of the tangle in an age's age, nor dare
My
that
dude, you
dream
talk so slow,
that
you're making
I
my eyes
ever
dry
might
out.
again, much less feel the soft touch of good soil beneath my hooves, or the kiss of the wind on my free fur. Faithless have I been, and yet
As I'm like, dude, you talk so slow, you're drying my eyes out.
in its right hand, and temperance in its left, the Paxaltag came, and I am saved. Two-handed war.
Okay.
It has my allegiance, whatever may come. Paxaltag have a gift for death, this much is true, but they are not all destroyers. Perhaps if it fights with us, perhaps the root may yet be crushed under the wheel of time. Take this. Though it be a
What is
relic
that?
of
Your
the
ass.
Lamer, stewards of death. Wield it in defense of life. I think
Rugged.
I shall linger here a while yet. Many are those who fell on these blood-soaked steps. No, some are now naught but bones. They each deserve the funerary rites of royalty. These I shall endeavor to complete with whatever time is left to me. If its road should ever wind this way again, grace me with a visit. There are yet tales of Yesha I might tell it, if it cares to hear them shared. On the contrary, it has been ages since I felt so very much alive. Let us first be properly introduced. Once I was called Lich, foremost of the Lamer. dead. Oh, I gloried in that title. Would that I had known the irony. For many epochs, the Highborn did not fear the flow of time, for the fruit of the Thane tree kept it at bay. But there are other ways to die. Misadventure. The Eternal Empress dreams of defeating this final terminus. If life could be taken, could it not be given back? The flesh was preserved against that question's answer. This was the province of the Lemir, a funerary priest of the deathless, the Highborn, one who wraps the powerful in glory, and a Muslim who seals the secrets of the Eternal Empress with sweet seed oil and with night sap. We guarded the flesh of the great and sought their resurrection. Among these trusted sacred pan, I was the utmost. I relished the favor of her permanence. More fool I. But let us start at the beginning. Much would I have it know. And to know all, it must know what is first. Would it hear the history of the pan? In the time before time, the pan lived in the place that was.
What the fuck are you looking at?
That there came a great plague that ravaged the land so that the fields were seeded only with the bones of the dead and yielded only the cries of the bereft. With his flock drowning in woe, the leader of the pan held forth a great decree. 100 ships were built to hold 10,000 souls, with their god of many faces cutting the waves before them.
Are you kidding
And
me?
that were ventured across the Vilmarza, the dark sea, through the long night. The vaunts prayed and the red widows wept, for no one knew if the dark sea had a far shore. 100 days lit the 100 ships, and 100 nights drew their swaddling across them too.
Push me away.
Like, get your smelly ass
On the
hand out of my
101st
face.
day, as the Red Widow in the foremost ship bowed her horns to the god of many
Hold on.
faces,
I need a...
a bird lit
need a second.
between them, singing, "Glory to the pan, for they have reached the king."
Wait till you to sing with the dude who plays the flute.
Yesh arose like the dawn before them, unseen, untamed, and free.
Okay.
The king who was, him known to the pan as Colket the War-Handed, later Colket the Woe-Begone, and at last as Colket the Wise. Quick of blade was he in his youth, a fearsome general who watered the tree of progress with the lifeblood of many enemies. But the exploits of youth brought Colket no peace in age. They say he took the plague as fate's judgment against his warlike eye. Fate offered a choice: flee the land of his fathers, or end his line as the king of death. Colket hesitated no more in pilgrimage than he had in war. He raised up ships as once he had raised regiments. He sailed from the place that was with a heart full of hope. He was never to see Asia's shores. He passed in peace before the crossing's end, greeting death with grace.
Pass in peace. The hell?
Yeah!
The god of many faces had been with the pan since the place that was. Longer. None speak of a time before its guardianship. It was a god as real as the soil beneath us. A god one could visit, a god one could touch. Its ways were not known, but all agreed it loved us and ever would. More would I have it here of this, for this tendril twines with its own. But patience two-handed one, each thing in time.
Yes.
In those days, there was no empress. There were no queens. Colket the Wise passed on the dark sea and left no heir. It was only agreed that the clergy should step in where Colket had stood.
Nope.
The Vaughns spoke for the many-faced one, and the Red Widows spoke for the sun, stone, sky, and stream. It had been ever thus. Now, they linked hands to cradle the destiny of the pan. For 80 days, the Vaughns fell prostrate upon Yesha's unfamiliar shore.
I need some help!
They prayed for a sign that our searching was over, and that this forest should be ours. On the 80th day, two forms emerged from the depths of the jungle. First came a doe with coat of red. Where it walked, the soil gave forth flowers and sweet berries, and they took it as a sign of grace. But behind the doe came another, a wolf with fur as lightless as the obsidian waves the pan had so lately crossed. Surely, this great beast was a portent of death. Yet, desperate were these threadbare priests of old, and of these visions to their charges, these Vaughns spoke only one. And why not? The doe fills all who glimpse it with a spirit of hope and a sense of growth. It leaps among the shrub and bramble even now, even with Yesha sundered by the root. There are those who think it more than a spirit, a god in waiting. These call themselves the children of the red doe. Those who glimpse the doe often glimpse the wolf, for the latter seems compelled to pursue the former. Yeah. To hear those early Vaughns tell it would be to hear of many different wolves in pursuit, and only one doe. A simple deception, but a far-reaching one. Modern man know the truth. What must it be to spend an eternity chasing that which one might catch but may not kill? For the wolf and the doe have often met, antler and tooth, hoof and claw. The doe may spill the wolf's blood, and the wolf may taste the doe's flesh, but never the other's life to take. Yesha itself forbids it. They say the chase has driven the wolf quite mad. With the assurance of the Vaughns, the pan took to Yesha and she to us. And for a time, there was stillness. Men were born who had never known the land that was, nor the endless sea at their backs. One such was called Genus. She was but 15 springs when she felt the calling of the Red Widows, and not 3 more when she felt the touch of sickness. As Genus approached the door of death, she sought her sisters, for there were no Lamer yet, and it was the Red Widows who ushered the pan into the soil. But Genus's malady was known to the Widow Mother. to her, to the elder Pan. It seemed the plague had found them again, even on this distant shore. Genus was shunned, cast out into the jungle, and her name was forbidden from Pan lips. None among them could have foreseen what would come next.
Guess might as well change it.
Plague-ridden and scorned, the Red Widow genus had been cast into the jungle to be forgotten. But fate had other plans. After many days in the jungle, genus emerged. The Pan were humbled, for all signs of plague had been lifted from the young genus, replaced by a regal gait none could deny. Fascinated, all assembled to hear her tale. And quite a tale it was. Gina spoke of a vision that had come upon her as she lay in the moss, gasping out her last. In her vision, the plagues had returned. Pan, young and old, wailed and keened and spat their last blood on the Asia's pristine sand. But then, when all seemed lost, a great tree rose out of the jungle, strange and wonderful, and heavy with luminous fruit. This tree, the Thane, she named it, gave all who ate of it a life unending. The Pan embraced it, and their glory stretched on. For 1,000 epochs, Genus rose to power on this a spire built of words. By spreading her message of doom and salvation. The Red Widows were easy converts, inclined to believe their sister, and eager to spread her vision to all the Pan. In time, they held more sway than even the Vaughns. It was a great shift. It would not be the last. Among the Red Widow's genus was quickly elevated to Widow Mother. The crops flourished, and the villages spread. The jungle receded from the shore. It is difficult to say. Genus has had charge of her own legend for an age of ages. Suffice to say, there is enough truth to her vision for me to know her personally, though I was born some 30 mothers hence, and yet, in knowing her, I find its question impossible to answer. But we get ahead of ourselves, two-handed one. Many seasons passed, and Genus grew stooped and lined as all Pan before her had. In her 77th winter, Genus had another vision. The Thane called to her, and she told her people it was time to seek it out, for the calamity was imminent. 500 Pan were assembled to undertake the expedition. Genus herself, a contingent of Red Widows, a party from each of the villages. Many imagined they would never see their queen again. Those that lived long enough came to know the taste of those words. When Genus, now as young and beautiful as the day she first beat death, emerged from the jungle once more, with 49 immortals at her back. She had been reborn a second time, as an Empress Eternal.
Do I keep going?
Keep going.
For years,
We'll get
they
it straight out
searched
of
the
it.
forest,
That's how this
battling
game
hunger,
is.
storms, and beasts red of tooth and claw. 20 winters passed. Many succumbed to death or to doubt by the 21st spring. Only 5 red widows and 44 common pans stood at Genus's side. It was they whom she led into the clearing. It was they who beheld the Thane. It was they who tasted the fruit and felt time's weight fall from their shoulders. No plague has touched the pan since, but calamity wears faces nearly as numerous as our god of old. Unless I am much mistaken, the Empress lives yet, for no funerary smoke has filled the sky above her ziggurat. If the pan vanish from Yesha's soil, I imagine she will be the last to depart. With death thus leashed, the eternal Genus and her immortals brought forth an empire heretofore unknown. Great ziggurats were hewn from the living rock, and at their feet grew great cities lit by arcane magics. Genus's prophecies all came about, save one. If only the pan of that epoch had wandered as it does, two-handed one. What of the great calamity? But none worried, save a few vaults. The old ways were dying, and the Empress was not. No achievement seemed beyond the reach of the pan. It was then that the wolf came. But the story of Yesha is the story of who tastes the fruit of the Thane tree. 49 immortals begat many more. A deathless aristocracy. They traded favor with the Empress, traded years of life itself like fishmongers at market. They called it the Ravager, the very obsidian beast the Vaunts of old had glimpsed and hidden. It sprang from the jungle as sudden as a squall. It made no more than mutton of the bravest warrior. Fear fell like night across the empire. Death roamed Yesha. Ravenous death none could tame. There were those who would have seen the beast slain, but the Ravager was never much glimpsed that the red doe should not follow. And vice versa. The green things of the jungle sprang from the red doe's feet. But on what do green things grow, if not the flesh of departed life? Who knew what would become of the doe if the Ravager were felled? Who knew what would become of the jungle? Who knew what would become of the Thane tree? It was the twice humbled Vaunts who kept the Empire from vanishing down the Ravager's throat. For the Vaunts had pondered the beast since it first appeared to them on Yesha's shores. It was they who had learned to listen to Aethir's song. They who learned to appease the Ravager with tribute, with dance, and with music. Balance returned, and the wheel of time rolled on. The song of all living things.
Here we go.
It permeates our forest. It whispers in the leaves, thrums in the soil, shines in the sun, babbles in the stream. The Vaunts devote themselves to the song's mystery. They play it to tap its power, as other pan might use the energy of a crystal, or the heat of a flame. Those attuned in prayer hear it strongest.
Calm down.
But all may catch its strain from time to time, even a Paxil tech. Who is to say? For that was hardly the last calamity to befall the pan at Yesha. With the Ravager appeased, the Empress dreamed of rule eternal. She should likely have had her wish. But for one thing, the Thane tree, that of the fruit of immortality, began to die. times her permanence hid this knowledge from all who served her, slave and immortal alike. And why not? She had amassed a great store of fruit, and surely something could be done to save the tree. Why crack the very bedrock of her society? But the tree's decline could not be arrested. Fruit was rationed. Noble lineages withered. We lay there, once prepared for the final death of death. Only those immortals who had fallen in battle or by misadventure. Now, we found ourselves winding wizened nobles in sap and muslin by the hundreds. Perhaps what came next was inevitable. Rebellion, insurrection, revolt. This was the fire that was to sweep through Yesha's jungle. For a life of lifetimes, the Eternal Empress had hidden the decline of the Thane tree, but like the Vaughn's of old, had underestimated the power of one young, plague-addled Red Widow. Janus herself failed to foresee the power of one called Navun. Navun was one of her Eternity's own guards. How she learned of the rot at the roots of the Thane tree, I cannot say. I know only that she had no taste for the Empress's deceptions. Navun fled the Ziggurat and spread the news far and wide. Her words found home in the ears of the gull. Yesha's slave caste. No slaves could hope to challenge the power of an immortal aristocracy. But what about a nobility in disarray? One where the great and powerful would soon fight for scraps of fruit like bare-ribbed dogs. They rose, first singly, then in a tidal wave. The Empress found herself at war.
Bitch!
Perhaps she might
Watch
have
where you're swinging those damn
if
earrings.
not for the Destroyer.
Hey!
Ever was Gina served by the Red Widows. She was still Widow Mother. Is still, if such a thing has any meaning
Is he
now.
talking to me?
Some among the widow's ranks forswore tenderness and became instead her
Clearly doesn't care
permanence's
'cause he can't even
highest
tell.
guard. Genus herself had been the lowest widow in her
Sounds
order,
the first time this
and
bitch
she
close to me.
had turned Pan society inside out. How fitting, then, that the last and least of her own widow guard should become her greatest adversary. It bridled when I called it God Murderer. Surprised I am that it should know so little of the deep track its
It's like,
kind
okay, if you
have
want him to
trekked
talk,
across our
fine,
soil.
but like,
Let
at
us
least
walk those
do a little bit more
prints
with the
now,
animation.
that it
You
should
just
be
sit in
enlightened.
here, standing here,
It
not
has
doing
heard of
anything.
Yeshan civil war,
Yeah, like he could like
of
walk
slave
us
with blade of
to,
foe
like,
to neck of noble,
I don't know,
and
somewhere
noble
where
with
his
point
hideout
of
is or
sword to
something.
belly of slave. Into that tempest
Legit anything
walked one
that's
of
just
its
standing here
kind,
for
Baxeldeck.
30-40 minutes.
I cannot say why, though perhaps it might someday tell me from whence. Well, whatever its motive. Hither came the Destroyer, even as the Pan turned their ravenous gaze toward the fruit of immortality. Our god of many faces remained satisfied with the scant worship of the vaunts and the commoners. It was an ever-present comfort. A guardian we scarcely thought of. The Destroyer, Axeltech, oh yes, its kind, drove its blade into the pure heart of our guardian. We knew not that it was the god of many faces who kept the root from this world.
Talk
But
about
in
our
death,
previous character.
many faces' absence
destroyed
was
the world's
soon
guardian.
felt.
Yeah.
In her world already torn
So we were
by
talking
war,
about
where
was like,
caste let
we're gonna
blood
destroy
of
these
caste.
guardians, and then the root's gonna take over their
There
worlds.
came reports
just
of
to save
some
our own.
woe. Travelers spoke of twisted horrors on the road. But we who relished in the weight of this wall only scoffed. Who knew that the very air could rip, that the world itself could tear and spill like a wine-skin under hoof. Oh, how we fought. Priest and prince and pauper, side by side. Our world's lifeblood drizzling through our fingers as we clutched at the hanging tatters of Yesha's slit throat. Most perished. And I became enmeshed. I thought our tale told, our race run. And yet, among the band there is a saying. Why just ask the Rin? I gave the impression perhaps that Yesha was uninhabited at the arrival of the band, save for the doe, the wolf, the birds, and the beasts. This is not so. The Rin slink Yesha's canopy on leathery wings. Perhaps they once thought to defend their forest. But Lash and Lure put that to rest. Lash in that no Rin could hope to withstand the onslaught of energy we Pan have learned to draw from Yesha's native crystal. The Flying Ones have no talent for crystal craft. Lure in that under normal circumstances, Rin eggs reach maturity only with great difficulty. I know not who first discovered the potential for symbiosis between our species. Only that it is a whimsical god indeed who sends the most precious resource one kind could hope to acquire out the hind end of the other. As sure as there is iron in the soil of Yesha, there is irony. It was a pad-footed Paxeltech who slew our guardian and brought the root. Would it be so strange to see a Paxeltech drive them from our shores? Perhaps. Perhaps as with Genus and Navoon. The strangeness is the point. It has done me a service unpayable. No reward can suffice. But perhaps, if it cannot be rewarded, it can be equipped. Colket brought war, then wisdom. Its forebears brought the root, but its wisdom stayed the flames, that I might live beyond the hated knot. Take this now.
That was right.
Token of my gratitude.
Oh my god, I was right.
It is I who forever owe it thanks, as shall the many souls scattered on these steps. To them I must tend. Be well, two-handed warrior. Be strange fate's agent.
Okay. Well.
Yep. Probably gonna have to do that for Mutsu. Eventually.
Much that they just sit there. What are we doing now?
Oh, there's a whole section here we didn't go. Oh, did you go on there? On your map?
Yes.
Okay, then we're good with this. What about this section? Follow up. Should we go explore what's over there?
Guess so. Uh-huh. Yeah, it like basically hit the hour mark. Fuckers.
Be careful. I'm sure that's not the last of them.
Well, I found nothing.
Looks like I'm full up.
Alright. I don't know where we're going.
Oh,
Too fucking far.
do we still not even get to the part? Nope.
Here they come!
Where?
Did she check? Did you see this on your map? Yes, you did. So we can go to the crystal, go to the ward, take care of some stuff, and then I am out.
All out.
Traveler.
Hello. You again. Let's have a look.
You know where to find me.
Okay. This better be good. What did you bring me?
Where's the gun?
How can Dwell aid this Paxel taking its fight?
Should have been a craft. Should have been a craft.
Ah,
Oh, I got it.
Oh.
until we meet.
Good to see you. Only the best. Don't be a stranger.
Alice is a great cook. When she bothers to do it.
Oh. 47.
Hey, you're back.
Hundreds.
Huh?
Like 100 something. Not a lot.
You know where to find me.
On that note, apologies for it being very long dialogue.
but I hope you liked it anyway. Oh.
We'll see you in the next one.